Radio Pulpit will be honoring the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords during our Ascension Day service on the 29th of May with a message by Reverend Johan Els. Praise and worship will be led by the Radio Pulpit Band. Join us at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Radio Pulpit offices in Kilner Park, Pretoria, and remember to bring your chair with. Entry is free, love offerings are welcome. You can also tune into Radio Pulpit 657 AM, download our apps, or listen online at radiopulpit.co.za to the Ascension Day service. Contact Letzi for more information on 012-334-1284 or visit radiopulpit.co.za.
You're on Radio Pulpit, your daily companion. You're on 657 AM. I am Sibongile Mofokeng, and I'm with you up until 3 o'clock right here on the waves of 657 AM. Do remember, we are on DSTV audio channel 882. We are also on OpenView 607. You can download our app, go to the App Store, and start listening to us wherever you go. I'm so honored in the studio today to have the winners. They're not only winners, but they are community builders. This is awesome. As Pastor Clement would say, bo, 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 bo. I had them in studio the other time, and they were like, yeah, we are coming back, and they're back. Who's that? Who said that? Who said we are back? Nikita, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Nikita, you're a creative arts and excellent. You got that. But you are in creative arts. Tell us what you do. Who's Nikita?
I'm a social media specialist, but also an empowerment.
Wait. So you were listening to us as we were talking with the previous speaker. Did you hear something there?
Did I?
Using social media platform as
Did
a cash
I?
machine.
Oh, no.
That's what you specialize on.
I help businesses do that, yes.
Wow, you help businesses do that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is like really awesome. Welcome.
Thank you. It's
And
good to be here.
yeah, and you've been here with Luco, I think,
Yes.
the previous time you were
Yes.
with Luco.
Yes, I
And now
was.
you're with me.
And now I'm with
I'm the
you.
honored one to have the winners.
No, we're honored.
Harriet, how are you?
I'm well,
Coach
thanks.
Harriet
I'm
Mwebe.
well, thanks, Asbongi. Thank you.
Woman of the Year.
Ba, ba, ba.
Were you waiting for it, or were you waiting for another one?
I was hoping for it. Yeah, I was hoping for it. I'm not going to say I was waiting for it. And I really so much. Thank you
So
much.
for somebody who didn't hear you when you were here, who is Coach Harriet Mwebe? What do you do?
Coach Harriet is a young lady, black, bold, and beautiful from Soshanguve, Block GG. I am a certified Jesus girl, serving under the leadership of Bishop Francina Baloye. I am a life coach by profession. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a youth and women empowerment coach, amongst other things. And I'm a mommy to two beautiful kids.
Yeah, and you were surprised when I greeted my children in the building. I got so many children. Yeah, I left my one at home, but I'm mother to many.
So the shock actually is on the adults.
Oh my!
Yes.
And I'm looking at you and I'm just like, wait, first of all, why do you look like you are their younger
numbers
sister
aren't
or like their
numbering.
older sister?
We'll leave it right there. Welcome to Pastor Clement. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I must say I'm excited, and greetings to the family, Radio Pulpit family.
Yeah.
We love you so much. Hence, we keep on coming again and again. And I must say, this afternoon we are back again.
You are here.
Sure.
And he says, I don't want to be in Facebook. I'm very exhausted.
Shame.
So it has
Yeah.
passed.
What has
The
passed?
pageant and
Yeah,
the awards
yeah,
have passed.
it-
The
yeah.
Saturday, the 3rd. Is
The event kept me on my knees. I was not only standing, I was also on my knees praying again and again for the event. And Saturday, everything that happened, It was so excellent. Everything that happened, it was the manifestation of the power of God's glory that came in that place because of the prayers that we've made. And congratulations to all the women who participated, who were empowered. We had speakers who were speaking there. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. One would ask a question: what influenced you as a man to start something like this, where you're paying tribute to women? I mean, is it because you have a twin sister?
I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that. There's a story in the Bible, and I will answer using the story about Jesus.
Yeah.
He gets into a temple and he found people that were selling, and then that didn't sit well with him, and then he had to chase them out. And the Bible quotes that the zeal for his father's house consumed him. So as I was walking this journey of life, I've done a whole lot of things. But if there's one thing that I was failing to locate, it was my zeal, my passion. Where does my passion lie in? And I remember 2021, I had that zeal in me, to empower the victims of rape, the victims of GBV. I've hosted seminars where women were empowered. And then I kept on asking myself, how can I, start an organization, something that women will feel that this is our platform, and then when we step on it, we'll become empowered, inspired, and all that. And then that's how Miss Influence South Africa came in the picture. And the women that I'm here with this afternoon, they can attest to that ever since they stepped on this platform, they've been transformed. We've seen people being healed. This morning we were at school with my team because we also do schools outreach program. After the assembly, when we had a prayer, one learner came crying, testifying that the work that you are doing, it's life-changing.
Wow.
The staff at school, we had an emotional morning. I was also crying. I shared it here. So, I have a zeal. I have a passion to see women being empowered.
So this is the very same platform that goes to schools?
The very same platform,
How has the experience been like for you, Nikita?
Wow. It's hard to find the words. Thank you to obviously MISA and Clement for opening so many platforms and doors for me to, raise awareness on gender-based violence, reaching out to children. Thanks to Miss Influence South Africa, I got 2 mentees in the process from a school that we went to go see in Soshanguve a while ago. That I can, kind of take under my wing and raise awareness as far as I can to, empower and educate the youth of tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow. And the kind of youth that you would meet there most of the times?
It's a bag of mixed feelings for me. Sometimes I want to break down and cry when I see some of the kids there. Other times I, want to be joyous with them. So it's really a mixed bag of emotions when you do school outreaches, because there are so many different backgrounds and homes that the kids come from. So it's really a mixed emotions.
And
I always feel uplifted after an outreach like that, but also I kind of reflect a lot as well on the experience.
Yeah, but how do you balance what you do and visiting the schools, for example?
Well,
you're a community builder at the same time, and so how do you balance all that?
And great time management, I would like to say that. I have to make time for everything, and I think I do that well. I luckily work for a very awesome agency who fully supports me in what I do. So they're very supportive in that sense.
Are you able to transfer the skills at some point with the children as well?
I would hope so. I think that's probably why I got the 2 mentees as well. I actually spoke to one of the learners this morning as well who wants to go in media. So I'm going to try and help him in that sense to get into the industry when he matriculates end of this year.
That is really awesome. So your work is cut out.
Yes, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
And Harriet, how do you also find the experience whenever you're out there? I know you're working with women as well, but I always get in awe when I hear you guys are working with children. So many of us do not reach out, especially in the church. Unless they are in Sunday school, we are covered, But you guys go to the ground and find out what the children are going through. Also, telling them about the love of Jesus Christ and a better way of life as well. So, how's the experience for you?
It is wholesome. It's wholesome.
Yeah.
It has been great. It's amazing, Asbongi. And like I said last week when I said to you, it's such a great feeling to know that I can be to someone what I wish I had, and going back to schools, especially in the community that I come from, it's such a 360 life experience for me that now I stand in a position of telling the young ones to say, hey, listen, just like you, I've been here, and it's possible, and this could be you tomorrow, and let's try and work hard to make that happen. So yeah, it's been amazing, and I won't lie, MISA, so many doors are opening up for me, ever since I've been in this platform, and I think more than anything, I'm also super, super grateful to Muruti Clemente, and people believe so much in me, but also when you get someone who started such a great movement come in again to say, hey, coach, you are doing a great job. That for me is God saying, see, I told ya.
So taking you back to the schools,
Yeah.
the kind of children that you meet,
Yeah.
do you also find yourself crying with them? I mean, you guys are their size.
Yeah. So for me, it's not even, I wouldn't say cry with them per se, but I do share in their situations and their feelings. And why I'm not crying is because I come from the same backgrounds.
Yeah.
So I have been exposed to it to an extent.
So you're like, we coming out?
Yeah.
We coming out?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm literally
But I'm
that
sure
big
others
sister.
run away from that they feel like it's pressure.
It's not even that.
Because they also feel like
Yeah.
it's my comfort zone.
Yeah.
In a way. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, I'm okay
Yeah,
where
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
at. Yeah. So when you come, you're like, you can come out. As a coach, you're like,
Asbongi, I believe in it in it is not the what but the how. It's
okay.
not what you say but how you say it.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a big sister to them, and that offers them comfort to say, I know it's hard, but we're gonna come out and I'm gonna hold your hand.
So we're doing this together.
We are doing this together.
So do you walk with them the whole journey?
Sometimes it's not even necessary to walk with them the whole journey.
They figured it out for themselves
with time,
as you go.
because it's all about building the mindset. Once you get that right, then the bed is free to go.
We're coming back to that mindset. Let's welcome Matapelo. Oh, Mapifo.
Mapifo.
Oh, last week I had Matapelo.
Yes.
Mapifo. Malupi, how are you? You've won the Exceptional Leadership Award at MISA. Congratulations to you. They were waiting for that.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. How does it feel for you?
What a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Something I've never received before.
Uh-huh.
Something you can imagine from since I was young. And now when I'm over 50, then I
You
get
are what? Wait.
Yeah.
Pack it there.
Yeah.
You are what?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane for all of us.
Yeah.
What?
When I'm above 50,
Are you sure?
yes. Then
Can
I
we
get,
see the certificate?
Where's the
Then
ID?
that is grace, eh?
it is grace at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day in my life, I see grace.
Sure.
It covers. It works.
I won't ask you how old
lives.
you are. No, I'm not going to ask you. We just know you've gone past 50. But
over
what
the
do you
50
do? Who is this Mapi for Malope?
Mapi for Malope currently. Firstly, she's a child of God.
Yeah.
I love that.
When I spoke on Saturday, I said I'm a kept woman.
Yeah.
I'm here because I'm kept and kept by grace.
Yeah.
And that grace kept me, led me to being a principal of Litabo Math Science and ICT School of Specialization. A school that is achieving 95.5 pass percentage with more than 50% bachelors, whilst in the township. Proud to say, Litabo
I
is
think I did talk to you about your school.
definitely. If maybe not on the platform, but we might have spoken about it.
In I nearly said Kempton Park. Where's your school?
It's in Soshanguve, right?
Oh,
in the
this one is in
township.
Soshanguve. Okay,
Yes.
so you get a good competition right there.
Yeah.
And the children that come through to your school, tell us about them.
Once in a lifetime, I don't want to be emotional.
Yeah. Keep smiling.
Yeah.
As we are.
Yeah. The children that comes to my school, mostly, I think it's through God's intention. Some comes from families where they are staying with their grannies.
Yeah.
Some comes from child-headed families.
Right.
While few might have parents, but majority does not.
So the children that come through to your school, are they gurus when it comes to mathematics and science, or you discover this diamond as you're going?
Because we are admitting from grade 8, we are building the foundation right from there. And as they continue, we learn to see this can master. One thing that I've learned in my career as a principal is that a child, when they are mentored correctly, they can master anything.
They can become anything they
can
desire to
become
be.
anything.
Yeah.
That's why it is said every child deserves a champion. Someone who believes in them, and someone who encourages them, someone who says to them, you can make it.
So whenever these young people come to your school, how does it feel like? Because I'm sure you're like, I know you. I know you.
I do.
Yeah.
And as a principal, setting the culture of the school, we've set a culture of love. Currently, maybe I should note, we've got 1,474 learners. Why majority of learners are at the school? Because we share a culture of love. Besides the curriculum that is so special, we keep them, we encourage them. Their school is a home. Therefore, like you asked, whenever they see me, they smile.
Yeah.
Because they know I'll let
Mom
them.
is here.
Mom is here.
Yeah.
And mom loves them.
Yeah.
And loves them when they do right
And when they do wrong.
and when they do wrong.
Yeah.
Simply because they are kids.
Yeah.
And they need to be mentored. And I'm excited that as I speak right now, they are ready to face challenges of life because they are encouraged and they know they can make it. So it's a daily thing of love.
Sure. There are children who come hungry, I believe, in the schools as well.
I'm just smiling because just this morning we were surprised that they come for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right at the school. While the department supply them with the food, they come early so that before they go to classes, they have their food, their breakfast, their porridge.
Yeah.
Because some, the meal they get at school might be the last meal. So as a school, we ensure they even don't leave when the bell ring to end the day. They remain. Because sometimes at 3:30 to 4, we give them some porridge again.
Yeah.
So that they've got food.
I've heard of children afraid of being seen as poor and not going out whenever there's... Sure, at your school it's totally different. The children know there's no child who's poor.
You know, the most important thing and what I love about our school is that we don't have those mummies and daddies who are selling food.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Therefore, all of my kids, they eat the same food.
What they are given at school.
At school, in the same kitchen.
Which is nutritious.
Yes. And you can't, there's no one who's better than the other. Because if they're eating pap and milk,
we all are eating pap and milk.
If they're eating soya with pap, all of them will. If they eat fish, all of them will eat fish. Because there's no demarcation. So it is not easy to say this one is poorer than the other. maybe on the background there's a school who know those who have challenges. And then we cater for them because we also give them food parcels.
Wow.
So that when they get home.
So even
they
during the
can eat.
weekend as well, there's food.
There's
for
food.
them.
You come to our school on Saturday, we're there.
Okay.
The teachers are there. Kids are there.
Okay.
So it's a home. We no longer call it a school.
Yeah.
We call it a home.
You really are an exceptional leader.
Sure.
Pastor Clement, when it comes to you, would you say you've gone through or you've seen people go through? Because I always wonder, you've kept at it for years. One person might have been discouraged by now. And I'm sure that there are many schools that now you are touching, many societies and communities that you are touching. Is it something that is close to home, or is it something that is born within from the Lord himself? Or you are like, I don't know.
It's all of the above minus the below, which is I don't know. The Lord, and something that was given to me. This morning at the assembly, I said to Lenas, I wanna cry.
Yeah.
And then I cried.
Yeah.
So even now, the moment is emotional for me. The school that we're at, it's a school, and then this morning it was something different. I said to Lenas, when I was in grade 10, I battled a lot with low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And then she spoke about culture. She's thriving in her school. One of the things that she prioritizes is a culture where every learner is a child, number one. She spoke about she has different learners coming to the school. Some they are from child-headed families. Some they are from poverty-stricken homes. And then I came from a poverty-stricken home, which also affected my self-esteem. Feeling not belonging during winter. Your parents cannot afford a school jersey for you. During winter, your parents cannot afford new shoes for you. And then you get into spaces, it affects your self-esteem. So when I got to grade 10, it was called high school back then. And then she was not a principal at school, but a teacher. And then every Monday, we were forced to go to assembly.
Yeah.
But every time when it was a moment to speak, I enjoyed watching her. I will sit at the back, I was that naughty boy, but watching her.
Was he naughty?
He was a kid.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
and
He
then
was
I,
a kid.
Answer.
I would watch her every Monday, and then she will say, before you come to the school, look at yourself in the mirror,
Yeah.
and then make self-affirmations.
Declarations.
Yeah. Say how much you love yourself.
Yeah.
That time I had self-hate. But there was this woman, she's far from me, she's not even my class teacher. So she's not my subject teacher. But she will stand there. And I will wonder what man of a person is this who keeps on saying, love yourself, affirm yourself that I have a future. I will make it in life. So I kept on drawing from her, and years down the line, it's now 15 years later. I purposed it in my heart to say, because my self-esteem was built by someone who kept on saying to me, look at yourself in the mirror, love yourself, and say you have a purpose. So I've been going through schools saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Every morning when you wake up, look at yourself in the mirror. Say this to yourself.
Are you still doing it?
I still do it.
I love that.
15 years now. I say to young people in different places, same thing that she said to me. I'm still saying it. So it's I'm her legacy, if I were to put it that
No,
way.
that is like really awesome.
Yeah. And by the way,
Yeah.
she's a best speaker. She's a best speaker, and I think some of my public speaking skills I've
You
learned
got
them
it
from her. Yeah.
But now, I guess we have a task, guys, all four of us, because there are teachers' awards.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure,
she
sure,
has to be nominated.
Sure.
Nikita, where did the love come from as well? Is it also you? Did you go through some life as well that you say, I've experienced this myself?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's what Coach Harrod also said earlier, is that I'm trying to be the person for someone that I needed when I was in a situation earlier in life, coming from a relationship, abusive relationship, physical, mental, sexual abuse. I always needed that someone to, just guide me in the right direction. And, you can always, like, my parents are amazing. My whole family is amazing. But sometimes it's not as easy to talk to family as it is,
You can't
to
open
someone,
up.
that you might have made through a school outreach or such. So that's really what keeps me motivated and keeps me going, is that if I can change one person's life during this whole exercise, then I've done my part. So I really just try to do everything all the time, all at once, so that I know someone hears
So the
me.
Lord Holy Spirit is empowering you.
Yes,
because
definitely.
you're doing everything all
Like,
at once. Okay.
with God's grace, yes, I managed to do a lot in a very short time, or in a very little time that I do still have available in life.
Yeah. So
But
do you find that with every child or every person that you reach out to, be it in a business, be it you're talking to adults, or do you find that it is a healing journey? It is it is healing for you personally with every soul that you touch?
No, definitely. I think, like I mentioned to Clement as well a few weeks ago, is that this is actually the first time I'm publicly speaking about what happened to me 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been it's a journey, and I don't think healing is ever, there's never an expiry date to healing, and it's an ongoing process, and something small might trigger you the one day where the next day it might not trigger you. So I also believe that you should never pressurize yourself into feeling better if you're not completely healed from something. So I do believe that a healing journey is continuous, and you shouldn't, force it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Harriet, when it comes to us reaching out, how do you make sure that you're not imposing? Because as I said earlier on, and I said, let's pack it right there, we are coming back. You might find that you are encouraging someone. With Clement and Mama Lupe, it's kind of different, because she was up there and I am listening from behind here and I'm absorbing. But now when you have a one-on-one, be it you're talking to a woman who's going through life or you're talking to a child, how do you make sure that you don't come out as if you are imposing?
Sure. So I think with me, what I can tell you is, I believe I'm mostly spirit-led. I feel like I'm mostly spirit-led. I spend a lot of time praying.
Right.
And because I believe so much that what I have is actually God-given, I always ask him to work through me. I don't even plan it, I've had a lot of people telling me how healing they find me, people just come and they open their hearts, they pour their hearts, young to old people, because God has given me the capacity to take it, and just give a word that I don't even know where it came from.
So do you think what you have gone through before in life made you who you are? That's why you have the capacity and you can carry?
That's a huge possibility. That's a huge possibility, because also coming from a background where I was bullied a lot at school, and I was also saved by a teacher who saw the potential in me and who just got to me and said, listen, they got nothing on you. If they're going to talk about your big head, you are a top student because of that big head, Look at you now, and that lady, she did a thing in my life, and I'm not even standing here to say when we were growing up, people were not coming into our schools to tell us about, building a good life for us. But it's more of people just coming down to your level as a student, because that's the gift and the power that God has given me to come down to this kid's level where they can hear and understand what I'm saying to them. So even with women, you see that part, I will not tell you. Maybe go on and ask God. I don't know. I don't know. But
Let me
most
ask him
women,
now.
yeah, we need to ask him, because I also don't know how he did it or how he keeps on doing it, that women are able to just come to me and say, hey, listen, I have a problem. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what it is that you want me to do or to say, but this is what I know the Lord is putting in my heart. And I'm going to tell them that. And fast forward later in life, they come back and they're like, yo,
We needed that.
I needed that.
You were the answer in season.
So
Yeah.
I was going to cut the long story short. I strongly know that God uses me. That's why
Awesome. Man, there are many educators out there who are just there for just being there. And there are those ones who are there because they love and they care. What word would you give to educators out there? Because I think whether you're in church or whether you're in a society, abasadi, o teacher, o principal,
yeah.
wherever you go. I mean, you sat here and we're like, yeah, we have a teacher in the house. We have an educator in the house. What advice would you give to them? Because as Nikita and Harriet and Muruti Clement had said, all these children are coming from different backgrounds. Not only children, as we said, because they are involved with even women and other entities as well. But then how do we make sure that we give out the best of us wherever we are out there?
What I can say to educators out there, teachers, is that, like it was said when we were young, that teaching is a noble profession. Yeah. We always said it's a calling. Yes. I want to say to every educator that no amount of money can pay for what you can give to those children in front of you. Yes. Every child that stands or sits in front of an educator comes with an expectation. And what is in that child? It might be a president of tomorrow. Yes. This morning I said at our assembly, lest did I know that one day Clement will be this big.
Wow. Yeah.
And Clement will be the president of MISA.
Yeah.
And Clement will be giving me an opportunity to be honored.
Yeah.
And I remember the song that is a secular song. Ethi usumbulala ngobuzomdinga. That song says, don't kill that person or that child, because tomorrow that child might be your savior. We take from Jesus. When he was born, nobody knew he was the Messiah. And if they could have killed him, the question is, where would we be? So for every teacher who stands in that class, I want to say, maybe in that class there's a Messiah. Maybe there's a cardiologist. Maybe there's a brain surgeon. Maybe there's a pilot who will one day fly an aeroplane to save your life. So stand there without expectation from them, but putting in them that which will save the world.
Sure.
It cannot be measured in money form, but it can only be measured when they succeed.
Yeah.
That's the advice.
Sure. May the Lord keep keeping you, Ma.
Sure.
Honestly, I would love for you to see your learners as they continue in their journeys in life. I recently reconnected to a teacher who was there when Mangope went down and I was doing matric. And he went all out for us. He went to every class matriculants to say, come to school, I will be teaching you. And only 4 of us showed up every day. and he was there without fail. He would be wearing a hat like mine, so you wouldn't think he's a teacher. I mean, he was putting his life in danger.
Yes.
And he taught us math, science, and
Yes.
biology. He made sure, even when we finished and we were going to tertiary, he made sure that all the four of us were, And so we met now, and he's like, what? You're at Radio Pulpit? Well, he thought I was going to do nursing. So, I left going to do nursing. So it's just awesome, you know. I also look at my mom who did what you did. She's very old now, beyond 70. And she still says, Manola. You know, that student. I taught that boy.
And we know them.
Yeah.
And then we don't forget them.
Yeah.
A lot of them, you meet them, even if you can forget the name. But when you look at them.
This is my child.
This one.
This one is my child. So Clement is there to represent all of them.
Exactly.
So
And a good
how is the
example.
award going to help you now moving forward, Ma? How does it encourage you further as well?
The award has encouraged me already. I was very emotional
Yeah.
to say, continue doing what you're doing. Because if you thought nobody sees, but somebody sees. And it said to me, the sky is no longer the limit. You can go beyond this. For me, it's such a motivation. It's like, that's why I said it's a lifetime award for me. You know, in life, when you've been giving and you've never been gifted, I always
It's
said,
very tough.
yes. And the other day, I was just saying, I don't remember someone throwing a birthday party for me. But MISA gave me an award.
Wow. Congratulations, Ma. Yeah. That is so befitting.
So for me, it's a lifetime. I don't see it as a 2025 award.
Yeah.
It stands as a lifetime reminder
Wow.
that continue doing what you do.
Wow.
And because when you do it, someone said, it is not about you that you are successful. It's about the lives that you are impacting.
Right.
So I'm so happy.
No, I can see. The smile says it all. Congratulations, Nikita.
Thank
Yay. How is the award going to help you moving forward?
I have
As
to
the-
second.
Creative arts and excellence.
Definitely, it's a big motivator to keep doing what I'm doing and, you know, continue to use social media as a very powerful weapon to raise awareness and continue to be a voice for the voiceless.
Yeah.
Not only in my profession, but also in my personal capacity as an empowerment advocate. I believe in, you know, the power of social media and how far it can, you know, impact a life. So it really keeps me going.
Yeah.
And if you tell me a year ago that I would be here where I am now, I would have never imagined.
Yes.
So this also is like a tangible thing for me.
Yeah. You
know,
look at it,
like
you
can
see it, you
see
touch it.
you can see it and everything, and then you're like, okay, this is why I stepped out of my comfort zone.
So you know
last year.
now you go to the mirror with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have to go stand there now, like
Yeah.
you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I think it's really it's rewarding to know that
Yeah.
it doesn't go unnoticed, and it really took me way out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
Never thought I'd be here with, you know, so many inspiring people and on radio as well,
Yeah.
and talking at schools and inspiring young people and women. It's like a dream come true, and it's so nice to actually have something to show, like actual, you know, and it gives you the reason, like this morning as well, getting up at 4 a.m. to go to Lethabong. You know, then you think, oh, I have to get up at 4 a.m. on a Monday, and then
Today
it
you just kicked the blankets.
It's just, you know what?
You
I'll
didn't
do
even
it
feel
again.
the cold.
I'll do it again and again and again because this is passion. This is what I've been given to do.
Wow.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kabo, I'm going to allow you to be a minute because we are
No, for me, it's a quick one. All I can say is this award, I really hope and pray that it goes beyond me, because I don't believe I want this for me, but I believe I want for all
Many
the
other
women
women.
that I've, had an interaction, and the young ones, to say, listen, let's go. It's possible, let's go.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Pastor Clement, I believe the ladies will be coming back one by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on now. Yeah, most definitely they'll be coming back one by one. And then all the stories that they've shared right now about what the award has done for them, I didn't even know that it was this big, So I'm also encouraged that next year we are doing another one, and then so long as on planet Earth there's women, we'll forever honor women.
There we go. There we go.
Wow. Congratulations.
There we go.
Khabo, ba re khabo mokgatla, a itse boreku.
Thank you so much.
So Rachel T. Mutau passing the love, Reginald Lehlohonolo Chauke, Janet Flake, Otto Flock, Benedict Rams, and many family members who, they're just watching you on Facebook. They're like, no, we got to see that. So thank you so much and congratulations. May God keep keeping you, moving you forward. I can't wait to hear more testimonies and more as you are continuously building. And as you're touching the Lord's flock, may He touch every area of your life.
Amen.
Bridget Zitembe is like, come on!
These are my sister's family, man.
I celebrated. I had a moment of celebration in the first hour.
And congratulations to you.
Yes, congratulations to you. Congrats.
We should have asked you questions.
Exactly.
We ran out of time.
No, so I had my time to shine.
Sure.
Mama Dr. Ivasio, we cannot keep quiet. She's been sending messages and all. So thank you, family. Love you. And I can't wait to be talking to you one-on-one. And I think you brought Mama with some students some time back.
No.
Okay, but she must come back with some students.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Definitely.
Sure.
We are saying hello to Germany, Johan else on something else. And do check the MISA, the Miss Influence South Africa pages from time to time. Know what they're all about. Find out about Pastor Clement T.C. Chauke and find out what he's all about and get involved as well. Who knows? We might be celebrating you tomorrow. And we leave you with the sounds of divine music featuring Mahalia Buchanan. God can. If he did it with them, he's able to do it. He's not a respecter of persons. Mabel says, thank you for this wonderful program. I hope to see you at the MISA next year, Mabel. And we say hello to Germany, Johan else on something else. And after Germany, you have Lukomkwedi Puti on Spectrum. Do enjoy the rest of our shows. Love you. Bye-bye.
Through a trial, season of dryness, a storm's wreaking havoc. You ask yourself if God can see. Perhaps you're feeling worn out. You ask yourself if God can see. If He can see, why can't He care? But if He just cares,